Whispers for Libra.
Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Whispers for Libra, your sacred space where the universe speaks softly, but clearly. As you step into July 2025, something deep within you already knows this month carries a different vibration, a quiet pull towards something faded. You've likely felt it in your chest, that gentle stirring that says, it's time. Not to rush or force, but to receive. You are entering a season where the balance you've longed for isn't just possible, it's arriving, not through external noise, but through inner alignment. This video is more than just about luck or wealth, it's a mystical invitation to reconnect with your true nature as a Libra, the weaver of peace, the keeper of harmony, the soul who knows that real prosperity begins with balance. In the next few minutes, we're going to explore 6 sacred numbers that aren't just coincidences, they are wealth codes sent by the universe to speak directly to you. These numbers hold frequencies, gentle reminders, soul activators, cosmic breadcrumbs that guide you back to your divine center. Each one reveals a different door, emotional truth, spiritual timing, self-worth, creativity, inner wisdom, and angelic support. And when these pieces come together, they form the architecture of real, soul-aligned abundance. But this message isn't about manifesting from desperation, it's about remembering that you are the manifestation. If you've been questioning your path, feeling out of sync, or sensing that something sacred is just around the corner, trust that. July is not the climax of your journey, dear Libra, but it is a turning point. A quiet revolution within. These numbers will awaken old wisdom you've forgotten and encourage new habits you're finally ready to embody. And as you listen, let your body respond. Feel the resonance. Notice which number lingers. That's not random. That's alignment. Maybe it shows up again on a receipt, a clock, a license plate. Synchronicities are the language of your soul guides, and they're speaking louder now. This is your moment to soften, to realign, to return to your center, and from there, everything you seek will begin to flow, naturally, effortlessly. So settle in, take a breath, and let this video be a mirror. Not just of who you are, but of who you're becoming. Because you didn't come here to struggle, to shrink, or to beg for scraps. You came here to remember your value, reclaim your voice, and receive the life that already belongs to you, one intuitive step at a time. Are you ready to unlock your wealth code, not just with your mind, but with your heart? Then listen closely. One number could shift everything, and it's already been whispering your name. If there's one number that sings the song of Libra's soul, it's 12, the sacred code of balance, connection, and divine order. Number 12 is not just a figure, it's a mirror reflecting your deepest desire, to live in peace without sacrificing yourself. This month, as July's energy unfolds like petals in soft sunlight, this number gently reminds you that harmony must begin within before it can bloom in the world around you. You've always been the one who mediates, who smooths out the chaos, who holds space for others, but now, the universe is asking, who holds space for you? Number 12 invites you to step back and examine the quiet imbalances in your relationships, your energy exchanges, your finances. Where are you overgiving just to keep the peace? Where have you been tolerating the almost enough instead of claiming the more than worthy? This code whispers that it's time to choose yourself, not in rebellion, but in realignment. Imagine your life like a scale, not one that tilts from people-pleasing, but one that holds firm because both sides are equally valued. The number 12 appears when the universe is gently nudging you to adjust your boundaries and expectations, not to create distance, but to create truth. It's a reminder that wealth, in every form, money, love, clarity, flows best when we're no longer leaking energy to what drains us. So ask yourself honestly, what would balance look like if you didn't fear disappointing anyone? What would abundance feel like if your needs weren't an afterthought? Number 12 supports you in honoring commitments that feel reciprocal, sacred, and soul-supportive. And it may show up in the most mundane ways: a calendar date, a house number, the time you wake up, all soft nudges from the universe asking, "Are you in harmony yet?" This number doesn't demand action from fear, it invites intention. From love. Let July be the month you stop earning your worth through silence and start affirming it through presence. Let it be the moment you breathe into your own needs without guilt. Because when Libra stands fully in balance, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, the entire world feels it. And from that centered place, prosperity flows without effort. So when you see 12, know it's not just a number, it's a gateway. A sacred invitation to recalibrate and receive. Whisper back to it, "I honor my rhythm. I receive in harmony." And then watch how life responds, gently but powerfully, in return. Number 39 drifts into your energy like a soft tide, carrying the wisdom of emotional transformation and inner richness. For Libra, who often carries the unspoken pain of others while silencing their own, this number is a powerful sign that emotional healing is not a delay to abundance, it is the very gateway to it. You've likely spent years perfecting the art of appearing calm on the surface, even as hidden waves stir within. But number 39 reveals a sacred truth: the emotions you've tucked away are not weaknesses, they are currency. They carry energy, stories, and lessons that, when embraced, become the foundation for authentic wealth, wealth of clarity, of peace, of deep self-trust. This number appears when the universe wants you to stop bypassing your inner tides and begin listening to them as sacred guidance. Have you noticed a particular emotion returning lately? A sadness you thought you had buried? A quiet resentment that flares when your needs are ignored? Number 39 asks you not to suppress it, but to lean in. There is gold in the grief, medicine in the memory, and power in the pain that has been patiently waiting for your attention. And here's the mystical key: as you tend to your emotional truth, you unlock new levels of freedom in your outer world. Doors begin to open, not because you forced them, but because you cleared the space for them. In July 2025, this emotional code is especially potent for Libra, a reminder that your healing is not selfish, it is magnetic. The more emotionally honest you are, the more the universe aligns with your truth. Number 39 often shows up during periods of shedding, friendships that fade, values that shift, dreams that evolve. Don't fear the release, it's the soul's way of making room for something deeper, richer, more real. You may feel more sensitive this month, more nostalgic, more reflective, honor that. Let your tears, your journal entries, your quiet nights be acts of wealth building. This is spiritual integration, not regression. The number 39 also invites you to stop measuring progress by external metrics. Your true prosperity is reflected in how deeply you know yourself, how safely you hold your own heart, and how courageously you allow joy to return after long seasons of waiting. So when 39 dances into your awareness, whether on a receipt, a page number, or in a dream, pause. Breathe. And ask yourself, what part of me is ready to be witnessed, loved, and released? Because emotional freedom is the soil in which real abundance grows. Whisper to the universe, I heal with love. I prosper through truth. And let number 39 guide you, gently, into your next level of luminous wholeness. Number 24 arrives like a quiet bell ringing in the distance, subtle yet sacred, asking Libra to trust in what cannot yet be seen. This is the number of divine timing, and for a sign so intimately attuned to the dance between effort and ease, it comes as both reassurance and reminder: you are not late. You are exactly where you're meant to be. In a world that moves fast, urges action, and glorifies the immediate, Libra often feels caught between intuition and pressure. But number 24 slows the pace. It says, pause. Breathe. There's wisdom unfolding beneath the surface. Seeds do not bloom because we demand it, they bloom when the light, the soil, and the soul align. And right now, dear Libra, your soul is aligning. You may feel like you're waiting for clarity, for answers, for that one breakthrough. You might feel like things are moving slowly or not at all. But the truth is, everything is moving within you. Number 24 signals that there is divine choreography happening behind the scenes. The connections, ideas, or revelations you've been praying for, they're not being denied, they're being prepared. And if you move too fast, you may miss the alignment you were destined to meet. This number teaches the power of sacred stillness. It reminds you that what's meant for you is not something to chase, but something to recognize when it arrives. So rather than fight the waiting, tend to your inner world. What needs attention? Where can you create space? Number 24 encourages you to view each delay not as rejection, but as redirection, a sacred pause so something even more aligned can find you. Look for this number when you're tempted to rush, the 24th day of the month, 2:40 on the clock, or a random street sign that suddenly catches your eye. These moments are winks from the universe, a way of saying, trust me. Not yet doesn't mean never. And there's something else hidden in this number, the reminder that your peace is not a placeholder. It is preparation. When you choose peace in the middle of uncertainty, you tell the universe, I am ready for more. And that more often comes softly, quietly, like a breeze you didn't expect but needed all along. So in July, when impatience arises or self-doubt creeps in, let number 24 be your mantra of grace. Whisper to yourself, I release the timeline. I trust the process. What's mine is finding me. And watch how life meets you, not through urgency, but through divine arrival. Because for Libra, true wealth is not rushed. It is received at exactly the right time. Number 18 enters your journey like a softly lit mirror, reflecting not how others see you, but how you truly see yourself. For Libra, a soul that often defines harmony through external validation, this number is a sacred call back to the center of your own worth. It doesn't ask what you've achieved or how many people admire you, it gently inquires, do you believe you are enough? In the spiritual realm, 18 represents inner authority, the silent knowing that you are worthy of abundance, respect, and love without having to earn it through perfection or performance. And right now, in July's transformative energy, this number has arrived to help you rewrite the invisible script that says your value is conditional. Because here's the truth, the universe mirrors what you silently affirm. If you continue to shrink, to settle, to silence your desires in the name of keeping peace, life will reflect back exactly that. But when you begin to stand in quiet confidence, when you own your boundaries, when you name your worth even when your voice shakes, the entire frequency of your reality shifts. Number 18 isn't loud. It doesn't demand. It reminds. It reminds you that abundance doesn't respond to what you hope for, it responds to what you believe about yourself in the unseen spaces. And if you've been undercharging, undervaluing, or simply overlooking your own gifts, this number is your gentle interruption. It may show up when you're negotiating something, a job, a relationship, even a favor, and you feel that familiar tug to ask for less. Pause. That's your old programming. Let 18 guide you into a new response. It may feel uncomfortable at first, like wearing a new identity, but it's actually your truest one, the version of you who doesn't beg to be chosen but chooses herself. The version who knows that peace and prosperity can coexist. In numerology, 1 stands for new beginnings and self-leadership, while 8 symbolizes infinite flow, especially of wealth and power. Together, they whisper, "You are the source." And this month, Libra, you're being invited to step into that source energy, not to control outcomes, but to command your field. Affirm your worth in small ways, raise your rates, say no with love, invest in something that nourishes your soul. These actions are signals to the universe that you're ready to receive more, because you know you deserve more. And when 18 shows up, whether on an invoice, a parking ticket, or a room number, smile. It's a sign that you've begun to unlearn the lie of not enough and are stepping into the wealth of self-recognition. Whisper back, "I see my value. I honor my worth. I receive accordingly." And let the mirror of 18 reflect the truth you. We're always meant to remember, you don't have to prove anything to be powerful. You only have to believe it. Number 55 arrives like a sudden gust of wind, rustling everything that feels too still, too safe, too silent within you. For Libra, a soul often caught between peacekeeping and personal evolution, this number is a sacred alarm clock, not of chaos, but of liberation. It brings with it the frequency of radical change, not for the sake of destruction, but for the rebirth of authenticity. You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet restlessness inside you, the soft ache in your chest. When something no longer fits, when a job, a role, or a relationship feels like a coat you've outgrown. Number 55 doesn't whisper, it roars gently, saying, "It's time." It's time to break free from what has become too tight for your spirit to breathe. And yet, being Libra, your instinct is to hesitate, to weigh both sides, to make sure no one gets hurt, to stay where it feels familiar. But this number isn't asking you to abandon kindness, it's asking you to choose truth. 55 is the number of double change, a spiritual signal that transformation is not just possible, it's inevitable. And if you don't move with the energy, you may find it moving you in ways you didn't expect. This isn't a threat, it's divine alignment. The universe, in its deep love for you, will stir your waters when you've anchored too long in a harbor that no longer serves your growth. You may find yourself receiving signs that feel uncomfortable, delays, endings, emotional friction, but these are not punishments. They are invitations to reclaim your freedom. Number 55 often shows up right before a breakthrough, when you're on the edge of choosing between the safety of old stories and the soul expansion of something unfamiliar. In July 2025, this energy is especially potent for Libra, because the balance you crave won't come from pleasing others, it will rise from within once you honor your evolving truth. So ask yourself, what do I need to release, even if I once loved it? Where have I been staying out of habit, not harmony? What does freedom actually look like for me now, at this new chapter of my life? Let 55 guide you with courage. It may appear on a receipt total, an unexpected message, or even a highway sign, all cosmic nudges that your soul is ready for a new frequency. Take one small action in response, declutter a space, say no without apology, apply for something bold, speak a truth you've long withheld. These aren't just acts of bravery, they're spiritual signals that you're choosing alignment over approval. And when the winds of change feel overwhelming, place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I welcome freedom. I release what no longer fits. I trust the fire to purify, not destroy." Because with number 55, the flames do not burn you, they forge you into someone more free, more whole, and more profoundly alive than ever before. Number 71 enters your path like a hidden gem buried beneath layers of self-doubt, gently reminding you that true wealth is not something you chase, it's something you remember. For Libra, who often shines in the eyes of others but questions their own brilliance in silence, this number is a quiet revelation, you already hold the treasure. The gold you're seeking in external success, relationships, or validation is simply a reflection of the untapped richness already pulsing within you. Number 71 carries a sacred vibration of introspection and inner mastery. The number 7 represents spiritual insight, intuition, and soul wisdom, while the 1 amplifies leadership and a new beginning birthed from that deeper knowing. Together, they create a portal that says, your next level of abundance doesn't come from doing more, it comes from being more of yourself. In July 2025, this number appears for Libra to pause the external search and turn inward. It's an invitation to quiet the noise, disconnect from the comparison, and reconnect to your essence, the part of you that creates beauty just by existing. You've spent enough time questioning if you're worthy, prepared, or enough. Now, number 71 reminds you that your clarity, your softness, your ability to hold paradox and still choose grace, that is your gold. You don't need to be louder, faster, or more strategic to receive. You need to be still enough to remember. This number may appear when you're meditating, journaling, or even in the reflection of a mirror you rarely stop to look into. It asks, what is one truth about yourself that you've forgotten? What part of you feels most whole when no one is watching? That's the part the universe wants to invest in. Let 71 guide you to return to your inner temple, through practices like morning stillness, mindful walks, or moments of creating simply for joy. Your value doesn't need proof. It only needs presence. And as you return to yourself, you'll notice something powerful. The world begins to reflect back the value you've reclaimed. Opportunities align, people notice, and what once felt blocked now flows effortlessly. Because when you honor your inner gold, the outer world becomes a mirror of that sacred truth. If 71 continues to show up, in dream symbols, phone numbers, or random patterns, take it as a divine nod, you're on the right path. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're remembering. Whisper back to the universe, I carry the gold within. I lead from my soul. I receive because I already am. And let the energy of 71 anchor you in a wealth that no one can take, no season can shake, and no voice can silence, the eternal, untouchable treasure of your own aligned presence. Number 03 arrives like a breath of fresh air, soft yet undeniable, a whisper from your soul reminding you that creativity isn't a luxury, it's a language. For Libra, who was born under Venus's touch, the planet of beauty, harmony, and artistic expression, this number is a sacred invitation to return to your natural rhythm of creation. Not for applause. Not for perfection. But for the healing it brings you. Number 03 embodies the trinity of thought, word, and manifestation. The energy that says what you imagine can become real, as long as you give it form. And right now, Libra, you are being called back to your creative roots. Have you stopped writing what's on your heart? Have you been too busy to dance, to paint, to play with color or sound or poetry? Number 03 reminds you that your creativity is your energetic signature. When you express it, you're not just making something beautiful, you're activating abundance. July 2025 is your moment to reconnect with that inner child who once created without fear. Maybe you used to sing to yourself, sketch in the margins, rearrange your room just to feel fresh energy. That spark didn't disappear, it's just been waiting. And now, the universe is gently nudging you, come back. You may see this number when you feel stuck, uninspired, or even emotionally dull. That's not a sign you've lost your light, it's a sign you've gone too long without letting it flow. And the beautiful truth is this, your creative expression doesn't have to be public to be powerful. It only needs to be true. Whether you write one honest sentence in your journal, hum a melody in the kitchen, or light a candle and arrange Your space with intention, these are sacred acts. Every time you create from the soul, you align your energy with joy. And joy is the greatest magnet for prosperity. Number 03 also holds a message about communication, how you speak, how you share, how you use your voice. Are you saying what you mean, or softening your truth to keep the peace? Are you silencing your desires because they feel too much? This number urges you to reclaim your voice, not with force, but with flow. Say the thing you've been afraid to say. Write the post. Record the song. Start the project. Even if no one claps, you will have remembered yourself. And that is enough. When 03 shows up, in times, dates, or whispers, know that the muse is calling. Not to add another task to your to-do list, but to remind you, your joy is sacred. Your art is sacred. Your truth is sacred. Whisper back, I express with freedom. I create in flow. I receive through joy. And then, Libra, watch how the universe begins to echo your song, in beauty, in blessings, in serendipities you never saw coming.